This is a Perfect Agent speedrun guide for Carrington Institute. The time I set for this video is 3 minutes and 29 seconds. But your target time if you're going for the Crown and Glory achievement is 5 minutes and 19 seconds. I just want to say at the start of this video, this level is the worst. If you're even close to the target time, I recommend that you don't speedrun this level. Believe me, it's not worth it. Check out some of my earlier levels, you may be able to save some time on them instead. But if you really hate yourself and you want to do this speedrun, then this is by far the safest strategy I've found. Now, I may be over exaggerating how difficult this level is, but there was something that kept happening to me at the end of this level, which was really frustrating. But I have since completed this mission a few times, and it's probably not the hardest in the game, but it is very hard. Now you might be wondering why I'm taking the long way around to press this button. This means that you don't have to fight as many guards if you go this way. But there is about a 1 in 10 chance that going this way you'll fail the mission, because the guns won't get turned on in time and Carrington will get killed. But honestly, that risk is well worth the reward, because you won't have to fight as many guards and you won't risk losing any of your health. So the next thing we do is save the hostages. The one in the VR suites first. I used to use combat boost to kill these guys, but to be honest, if you use this as a shield up against this wall and your AR, you should be able to take these guys out and try and save those combat boosts. So next we're going to go up to the offices and save the other hostages upstairs. There are 2 more down in the gun range, but we're going to leave that until last so that we can pick up the weapon, which is also part of the mission. There is a bit of a knack in fighting these guards here. I find that the one immediately in the door, his gun almost always jams. So you have a little bit of time, so I take out the other one. And in this room, to the left, there's a small percentage that the hostages themselves will actually kill the guard. So I usually go for the one straight ahead in that case. Now this is where I use the first combat boost. I find that the hostages in here are kind of hard to save, and on top of that, if you use a combat boost down here, you're less likely to have a build up of guards outside this door. If I was just to come in here without the combat boost, you can see there's one guard here, but he's easy to take out because I'm in slow motion. But there would be a lot more than just him, so I'm now standing at the lift ready to go back up in, and that gives me some time to take out those guards that I would have been trapped by if I hadn't used the combat boost. So to anyone who's played this game, this may seem like a strange place to use my second and last combat boost, but whenever you're in this room, you're almost guaranteed the minute you step into this room, guards will spawn behind you, or else I think it's maybe the minute you complete the objective. So yeah, I find that if I'm in slow motion, you see I was checking back there to see if there was any guards in there. I find that if I don't take a combat boost there, lots of guards will spawn in, and for some reason that guard is just hard to kill. Like, I'll be destroying Carrington's files, and then I'll be getting shot in the back by the guard at the door, so that's why I use the combat boost there. So this is where things got really frustrating to me. When you get back in the lift, quickly switch to RCP 120 and switch to the cloak. Now on this run you can see it worked perfectly. All of the guards ran up to the lift, and that gave me ample time to pull out my data uplink and disarm the Skedar bomb that's on the craft here. Now after I disarm the bomb, I pause the game, quickly switch back to my RCP 120 and go back into cloak mode. Hopefully you'll have enough cloak left, and that saves me from having to fight the last guards. Now you'll notice that my in-game time there was slightly different to my final time, and the reason for that is that the slow motion combat boosts actually bring your overall time down. And also I was pausing and stuff like that, so that also saves some time. So you may have just watched that, and the end there, if you blinked you would have missed it. But you may be thinking, if you've never played this before, why was that so difficult? That looked really easy. I made it look easy, but trust me, that was one in probably about 50. I've completed it about 3 times, but here I'm going to show you what generally happens to me at the end of or at least happened to me quite a lot at the end of the mission. So what I would find is I would do everything exactly like you just seen, except there would be some stragglers hanging around. and I'd constantly have to switch between the data uplink and my guns to kill them, and killing these guys is no easy task. Plus, once you start fighting these guys, they just keep coming, so like, honestly, if anyone has a better method for ending this level, I would love to hear it. Because that's how I've always done this end part. I mean, I'm assuming the enemies just keep spawning in. Maybe not, maybe if you kill the ones that are there, they'll not spawn in, but it certainly feels like they keep coming for me. So yeah, I was just having the worst time with this end part, so hopefully if you follow what I did at the start of the video, that won't happen to you, and you can get the cloak timing just right. So what other tips? Sometimes when you go the long way downstairs, you'll fail the mission because you'll not press the switches in time. There's about a 1 in 10 chance of this happening, so just keep trying until you get it. Also, there's a chance of bumping into a guard down here, so be on the lookout for that. If you rewatch my run at the start of this video, you'll actually see some bullets hitting the back wall, and that was from one of those guards, but I just ran past them. Practice the hostage parts, you'll probably just practice them by trying the game anyway. You're going to be playing this part over and over again. Practice taking out these 3 guys in the VR suite. It's potentially possible to do it in one clip, but I find just hiding behind the walls makes it a little bit easier. Make sure you use the combat boost when you're destroying Carrington's porn stash. I actually tried a pretty funny strategy when I was playing this level. One of the hostages is so relieved when you save him that he craps a Devastator. That's the name of the gun. I could see how you could be confused, like if someone walks out of the toilet and says, "You might want to leave that for a while lads, I've just crapped a Devastator." No, I mean he literally craps a Devastator gun when you save him. And I thought I would use this gun to shoot down at the guards below. Sometimes when you get back to the lift, there'll just be a large accumulation of guards. And I thought I would try a little technique where I took some of them out with first my machine gun, and then I started shooting down with my Devastator grenade launcher rounds. And it did work to a point actually, it took out all the guards down there. But on that particular playthrough I thought I would be cocky because I didn't see any guards, so I switched from my cloaked RCP 120 and a guard just completely wiped me out. That is a good demonstration of how easily the guards will kill you in this level and on this difficulty. Again, if you haven't played this and you're watching my best time run, you may be wondering where the difficulty is here, but that illustrates perfectly how quickly you can die when you're playing this game. But hopefully that won't happen to you. Hopefully this guide will have helped you in speedrunning this level. Again, I don't think this is a necessary level to speedrun if you can just complete it with a reasonable time. And in fact your target time is quite good in this level, so I obviously didn't do too much of a speedrun when I first played it. But nevertheless, I hope this video helps you set a better time if that's what you wish to do. There is an individual leaderboard crown for this level, and it's called Run and Gun. It's actually a co-op crown, and a buddy of mine called Smith the Dude helped me set a really good time actually. So if you want to check that out, click on the video to the right. The next Perfect Agent speedrun level is Attack Ship, and it's not much easier than this level. To watch that, click on the video to the left. As always, if you'd like to support my channel, you can do this on Patreon, clicking on the little orange P. Thanks for watching, and I hope this video helped you set a good time.